Hi everyone, I hope you're staying safe and well. It's time for another one of my musings. As I said, they're back now. So this is another Nibs musing, and today my musings took me along the path of thinking about Saturday, 10th of October, which was World Mental Health Awareness Day. And whilst I commend that and I'm extremely supportive of this, I kind of thought to myself, why are we just having one day of this? Why can't every day be World Mental Health Awareness Day? And why is it just one day? Because the issue is significant. It's something that's always been around. It has always been there. For many years, it was very much a taboo to even talk about in the work environment. Everyone had to have this professional facade that everything was fine and they were professionals and nothing was going to break the armor, as it were. But really, as we've seen in 2020, especially now in light of the global pandemic and what we're facing, there is so much more pressure on individuals, whether it's financially, whether it's physically, and certainly mental pressures and health pressures on them. Coping with this, coping with being locked down. For example, in the UK, people are being locked down again, and not being able to leave the house, not being able to have that break from the routine of the mundane day to day. How do we cope with that? How can we be more compassionate to each other as well? I don't think it's just an individual thing. I think certainly I've really become more aware of I'm not the only person going through a lot. Everyone I speak to is going through something, whether they've lost a loved one, whether they've been suffering from the disease, whether they've been impacted by financial hardship. It's huge, and there's a heaviness in the whole world at the moment that's being shared by all of humanity, whoever you speak to. And this pandemic and this situation is not going away anytime soon. It's going to significantly change our economic structure, the global economy. In fact, so much so I think it's even more impactful than the 2008 financial services disaster, or may I even dare say 9/11 attacks, for example. This is something that's been a huge turning point and is a huge turning point for all of us on a global economic, social basis. And it's a time of uncertainty. And during times of uncertainty, we have more anxiety, we have more worry. So how do we cope with this? And how do we just make this more of a day-to-day part of our lives? Whether we're working for an organization or whether we are a leader in an organization, how do we make sure we have more empathy and compassion towards people who work for us? And awareness of their situation and circumstances. How can we bring that message to the fore every day and really extend that, as many of us are forced to work from home and the infrastructure has been extended from the office buildings into people's home environments, which is something you're not normally exposed to in the work environment. You sometimes don't even know where your colleagues live or how they live. But now, with the Zoom calls every day, it's different. So how do we bring that awareness to the fore? And what do you do? What do you do to cope in this situation? What is your daily practice and routine? I certainly know if I hadn't adopted one, this period of time would have been extremely difficult for me on a personal level. It would have been very hard. So I really try and at least spend half an hour a day, which isn't asking much, to kind of spend on myself and really focus on myself, my well-being and my mental state before I start my day. So I have a significant routine that I follow every day to just keep sane during this time. So what's yours? And what do you think we should do? How should we go ahead with this? One day, is it enough to acknowledge? Are we really doing our part with that? How do we make more of an impact with this? Interested to hear from you. Until next time, stay safe and well.